Hey everybody, in this video we're going to be making some homemade zucchini bread. This recipe will make 2 large loaves of zucchini bread, and it's great whenever you have some extra zucchini from your garden in the late summer, or if you just want to have a nice homemade treat. So I got all the ingredients laid out here on the range, and here's what the recipe calls for, and I'll put this in the description. So we'll need 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 3 teaspoons of cinnamon, it's ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 3 eggs, 2 cups of sugar, 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 cup of vegetable oil, and 3 cups of grated zucchini. So, first thing I'm going to do is we're going to have to go ahead and defrost the zucchini. So this is actually, I've actually got 4 cups in this bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the flour a little bit and the baking powder just a little bit as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the microwave and defrost it. I have this year happened to be a record year for zucchini in my garden. I mean, I have so much this year. I've already made, I think, 6 loaves of zucchini bread, and I still have several bags in my freezer of frozen and grated zucchini. So if you're starting out with a actual zucchini that's not grated, you'll need to, of course, shred it using like a cheese grater. And I leave the outer skin on mine. I cut the ends and just slice it. And the thing is, you want to be careful with your zucchini, because if you get one that's too big, it could have seeds in it. Now I think the ones you get at the grocery store, generally you don't have to worry about that, but if you grow them in your garden, if they get too big, you got to watch out for seeds. You don't want to have seeds in your zucchini. I think the reason is, well, of course they're hard, but another reason is I think they give like a bitter taste, and nobody wants that, at least I don't. So that being said, go ahead and I'm going to take the zucchini out of the bag. Although I'm sure these bags are microwavable, let's take it out. Okay, so I'm going to put this on defrost, and we'll come back when it's done. Okay, so the zucchini has been thawed out, and it's important that you try to get as much water as you can, because if you leave a lot of water in this, it can and will affect the final product. So as I was defrosting it, I had to take it out a few times, and I just went and dumped the excess water off into the sink. And you also run into this whenever you shred up a fresh zucchini, because you'd be amazed how much water the zucchini holds. You know, I mean, you don't want to get every single bit of moisture out of it, but you want to get excess water out for sure. So that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next steps. Okay, so you're going to need 2 mixing bowls, and if you have different size mixing bowls, I suggest using the larger one for your wet ingredient, because you will be combining the dry ingredients later on. So I've got the ingredients separated. We have the dry ingredients there, and we have the wet ingredients plus the sugar over here. Now let's go ahead and start putting together the dry ingredients. We'll start out with our flour. We need 3 cups of all-purpose flour. These are packed cups. And since we have a little bit extra zucchini, we're going to add just a little bit extra flour. Maybe 1/3 of a cup, something like that. Not too much. A little more. Okay, so next we're going to add our salt, which will be 1 teaspoon. Add a teaspoon of baking soda. Three teaspoons of cinnamon. Tell you what, I just love the smell of cinnamon. One teaspoon of baking powder. We'll probably make this a heaping teaspoon. Okay, so now we need to go in and mix these ingredients together really well. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and crack 3 eggs. Now let's go ahead and beat the eggs really well. Let's go ahead and add 2 cups of sugar. A cup of vegetable oil. Three teaspoons of vanilla extract. And mix this up. Go ahead and add the zucchini to the wet mixture. One more check, make sure we don't have any excess water. And get that mixed in really well. Go ahead and add the dry ingredients. Get that mixed up really well. Okay, so now we're going to set the oven to 350 degrees. And let's go ahead and spray our loaf pans with some cooking spray. And these are 9" by 5" pans. Don't need a whole lot. Okay, go ahead and give this a quick little mix again. This has been sitting for a few minutes. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and pour the batter into these pans. Okay, now we'll go ahead and put these in the oven. I'm actually baking these on an air bake pan. Okay, I'm going to set a timer for 60 minutes. And we'll occasionally check on them as they're baking. Okay, so we have just over 35 minutes left on the timer, and let's have a look at the bread. You can see they are definitely rising. Okay, got just under 19 minutes left on the timer. Let's have a look. And you can see the breads are definitely getting tall. There won't be too much longer till they're done. Okay, let's go and have a look at the zucchini bread. Tell you what, guys, it looks amazing. And I do believe it's done. But to make sure of that, we'll do the simple knife test. What you do is you just probe the knife into the top of the loaf. And it comes out clean. You're good. See, that's really good and clean there. So we're going to shut everything off. Tell you what, guys, I wish I could share the smell of the kitchen right now. Zucchini smells so freaking amazing. I'm telling you, it smells amazing. Okay, so I've let the zucchini bread cool down some. Now I'll go ahead and pop the loaves out of the pans, and the way I do that is I just lift them over, see if they're stuck. If they're stuck, then I'll take this right here. It's silicone. A spatula. It's got a really soft tip on it. And I just go in here and help. This helps to work it loose without tearing the loaf up. That one came out mostly clean. Yeah, let's take a moment to admire that. Getting ready to wrap them up. But yeah. Homemade zucchini bread. Definitely not too difficult to make. Okay guys, so that's how you make homemade zucchini bread. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.